Come on, give me one of these.
Rusty is an excellent client of Mountain West Animal Hospital, and he takes very good care of his elk. He treats them like members of his family.
She's like, no. Come on, you want to go inside, huh? She doesn't do doors very well. There we go. And this is Slick. I think we'll just carry you here. Little Slick. 21 to 30. And let's do 6 foot on the one just below that. So this is Daisy, and Daisy was abandoned by her mother. And so she's been taken care of since day one. But ever since she was found, she couldn't really stand up on her back end. And so Rusty, who owns this elk ranch that she is from, has just really taken care of her. He had to hold her up and teach her to stand and just patiently, get her to eat. These young fawns like this, so this is called a calf. Baby elk are called calves, ironically. So little calves like this are super fragile, and they have to be taught how to nurse and not having a mother, she is bonded to him, and so literally he is mama elk now to this little girl. So you see how friendly she is. You can see how massive the knee is right here. The stifle on each side is just huge, and we're going to grow into that. So to me right now, what this is looking like is that it's actually just a growth difference. The head of our femur is quite small. In comparison, growth plates up here, down here, they're always a little bit bigger in the stifle than they are up here in the pelvis and proximal femur, but I don't see any major issues. There's stool right there that's passing through. Which is
Gassy tummy is a sign of not getting the vitamins and protein needed for proper growth. The tummy of an animal will get big and round and may even hurt when it is touched. I give animals a probiotic paste to help with this bloating. This has the same component found in the yogurt that we eat.
Species that way. Other deer, you can't even see them this well. Laterally though, it looks like everything looks pretty darn good. The legs are pretty straight. So I think that this calf is just going to kind of outgrow all these problems. With good food and lots of TLC. Number one, I'm going to give some medication to kind of get things moving through the stomach, through the intestines. Once that GI tract is working, that's going to help, definitely, get things moving through better. And then this is just something we're going to outgrow.
Okay, so that's good.
Sometimes we treat with anti-inflammatories and stuff like that, but I don't think that would be necessary. You can see this is the carpus joint right here, and it's also quite swollen right here. So just rapid growth right here. These growth plates are going to continue to grow. Just really a long, lengthy calf. Once we get everything moving through the intestines and stomach, then we'll be good. It's essential for these calves in the first 12 to 24 hours of life that they have colostrum. We don't think that she had if any milk from her mom at all. And so she's got a lot of catching up to do nutritionally, but she'll be good. All right, we can take her back and put her in a kennel.
Daisy was found by the owner of an elk ranch that she was abandoned by her mom. This is quite common in deer and elk species where babies are abandoned. Every year this time we'll have a few calls of people that find a baby fawn in their lawn, and most of those cases are that the mom's just left the baby and it's going to be back. This owner of this elk ranch has nearly 100 animals, and he knows when there's a problem. And this was an abandoned baby, very weak, laying kind of around a muddy area of the field. And so he immediately took the baby and has been caring for it. It was so weak it couldn't stand. It didn't receive that vital colostrum, that highly nutritious milk that's full of immunoglobulins that's essential for the immune system of a newborn baby. And so this poor elk was just on death's door. And this client, Rusty, took the elk home to his house, warmed it up, taught it how to nurse, and now Daisy is bonded to him. So Rusty's mama elk to this baby. We had the elk come in this morning so we could take some x-rays. Daisy still seems to be quite weak in the hind end. Our assessment today is we took those x-rays and you can definitely see that there's some incongruency with the bone growth back there in the hips and the knees. I'm assuming that it's something that we're going to help grow. We'll just have to follow up and see. One thing that I do notice is the GI system is not working very well on this baby, and so we're going to give some medications to try to stimulate that. Give some probiotics, just try to get everything regulated. We're going to feed this baby elk in just a minute, and we're going to place ear tags in its ears. Domestic elk, are required here in Utah to have tags in their ears. So we put a regular ear tag identifying the baby, and then there's what's called an RFID tag. That's an electronic tag that is almost like a microchip that you can read. Elk are regulated by the state in Utah. Reindeer are regulated by the state and by the federal government. So for me to have reindeer at Mountain West Animal Hospital, I have to have an exhibition license, a zoo license. And it's quite a process. You apply for a license from the USDA, and then you have to have what's called a certificate of registration from the Division of Wildlife Resources here in Utah. And getting those is an arduous process, lots of inspections. The USDA comes here very frequently and inspects the clinic to make sure that the environment is appropriate for the reindeer, that the animals are healthy.